What's going on, everybody? K2 here with week 9 of the TBU, the Battle Union. This week we are going up against Freedo and the Welsheons. Now, just a little disclaimer, everybody knows that his matchup against my team is horrid, and I really expect him to go all out in his planning in order to pull this thing off and pull out a surprise win. It would be a surprise just based on the team matchup, not based on anything else. Just the team matchup for him is absolutely horrible, and he gets completely bopped by a Mammoth Line. But the team that he brought really doesn't look to be too Mammoth Line weak. And he was also telling me after the match that he prepared for Mega Pincer, which I didn't bring. Half of my team is Assault Vested, and if you want to see what exactly I am bringing this match, go ahead, check the description below. My link to my team analysis video will be there, and you can find out exactly what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, as well as Freedo's link to his channel will be in the description below. So make sure to go check him out. He's the creator of the league. He has run the league for several weeks now, and he's doing a fantastic job. His record in the TBU may not be the greatest, but he also doesn't feel completely comfortable with his team, and you know, that's what happens. You got to get comfortable in the league format. Let's get right into the match, though. First off, I decided to lead with Drake, my Bronzong, Drake Bell, and right off the bat, I just wanted to scout out what he wanted to do, and I know that Bronzong can take a hit from basically completely everything on his team, and it can 2-hit KO in return. So right here, I am Assault Vest, Heat Proof, Max Speed Def, Bronzong, so I'm able to eat this Flamethrower, and it basically healed me. It did that little damage. So I'm going to go for a Psychic because it hits a lot of things on his team. I got a Speed Def drop, which I didn't even notice during the whatchamacallit. So right here I'm going to go for the Earthquake. I know I am -1, but I wanted to potentially hit the Empoleon, which is what he's going to send in, but it does have the Shuka Berry. And right here I really don't want to stay in and take some Stealth Rocks damage with Thunderous later, so I'm going to get in here before Rocks. I know I can spin them away with my Excadrill later, so it's not that big of a deal, and I'm going to U-turn expecting him either to switch out, or if he stays in, I have a free switch into my Slowking, which can take anything from it because it is also Assault Vested. And I have the Focus Blast, which is going to be able to do big damage to this Empoleon. So he's going to go for the Surf, and that does, again, negligible damage because a lot of my team that are Assault Vested take on his special attackers very, very nicely. So right here, I do go for the Focus Blast. If it connects, it kills, but I miss. So that's just the way it goes. I decide to stay in here because I know I can take a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. Instead, he shows off the Signal Beam, and I'm able to get off big damage with Psychic. That Signal Beam really didn't do too much, and I'm going to go ahead and go into my Excadrill because if he wants to Volt Switch, he can do that. If he wants to T-Bolt, he can do that, and if he wants to Signal Beam, he can do that. The only reason he would go for Flamethrower is if he's predicting my Excadrill, but he probably was expecting either the Latias or the Bronzong, and that would have been the best option. Right here I go for the Rapid Spin, and I really thought that would kill, and I am really lucky he didn't click Flamethrower and instead clicked the Magnet Rise. So I really don't want to stay in here. I'm going to go out into my Thunderous to take a, well, really because I don't expect him to stay in because he would die to another Rapid Spin, and he's going to go into his Sylveon, and I can just click Sludge Wave, and this does a hell of a lot of damage, so I'm expecting him to be a Choice Specs variant, and after this damage I can definitely tell that he is Specs. You might think, well, that didn't do so much. Well, that's because my Thunderous is also Assault Vest, so I'm going to go ahead, go for the U-turn here, and I really didn't expect him to stay in the Sylveon, so I predicted the switch nicely. He goes into Manectric to sack it off, and I'm going to go right back out into my original lead choice, which is Bronzong, because it deals with most of his team very, very well. So right here, he's going to go into Natsu, his Infernape. He's going to go for the U-turn, and I really had to make a choice. I had to go either for Psychic or Earthquake, because if he went for U-turn, he could go either into Empoleon or to his 2 Psychic types or 2 Poison types in Crobat or Weezing, both of which don't take anything from Earthquake. So I decided to go for the Psychic. I felt it was the safer move, and I'm going to get out against the Empoleon again because I want to get in before rocks, and I'm just going to click Thunderbolt here. And Thunderbolt is going to be able to take out the Empoleon, so we are out to a quick 6-4 advantage, just like that. And he's going to go into his everything. I thought this might have been Choice Band because of his name, but instead he's a special variant, and that doesn't kill because I'm his Assault Vest. He's Life Orb. He's going to die to this Thunderbolt, and that's 2 kills in 2 turns for Thundurus. 3 kills already because it took out the Manectric earlier. Now right here, I'm going to go ahead and U-turn because I know I can take anything from this with my Slowking. Slowking is what I have to take burns, and if he wants to go for a Will-O-Wisp predicting something else to come in, that's fine, but instead he's just going to go for a Flamethrower, which is going to do, again, absolutely 0 to the Slowking. So I'm just going to be able to fire off a Psychic after he goes for a payback, and he was surprised that Weezing was faster, even though Slowking is slow and it has it in its name. So Psychic is going to be able to take out the Weezing, and we are up 6-2 now. Right here, he is going to go ahead and go into his Infernape. Gonna go for the U-turn, which isn't going to be able to knock me out. And I barely survive. I just decided to click Psychic because it hits the Infernape and the Sylveon right here. It's not going to be able to kill the Sylveon. I had the opportunity to switch out and go into something, but I didn't really want anything to take a Shadow Ball. So I'm just going to leave Slowking in to die, and I'm just going to go into Spaceman right here. And I'm looking to sweep up the game because I have the Chople Berry, and if his Infernape wants to go for a close combat, it's not going to die. And Infernape won't be able to kill it. It'll die to an Earthquake unless he's Focus Sash, which he very well might be. But then again, he'd also have Mach Punch anyway. So he's going to go in and click Overheat, and because I'm not Thick Fat, he's going to be able to take me out. I was oblivious in order to get up rocks because I didn't want to get taunted. But no, I died because I wasn't Thick Fat. So right here, I go into Latias, who actually didn't have enough speed to outspeed this Infernape. So I'm going to lose 2 Pokemon to this Infernape now. Due to my lack of thorough preparation. I had sets, they weren't really necessarily meant for taking on the Infernape. The Mammothine was, but I really didn't expect him to go for a fire move on something that potentially had Thick Fat. So right here, I am now only up 3-1, and I'm just going to click Rapid Spin here because I know a Mach Punch won't be able to kill me unless he gets a crit. But he doesn't, and I am going to be able to finish the game off with a Rapid Spin kill. I almost had 2 Rapid Spin kills with my Excadrill, which would have been huge. But instead, you know, that's the way it goes. And we win 3-0. So it's nothing to complain about by missing out on that Rapid Spin kill. It is what it is. And we are back in the playoff race. It was pretty scary after looking at last week, sitting at 4-4 at 6th on the table. Right now, there's only, I think, 1 team that can potentially leapfrog me, and that's only based on differential. He would have to. He still hasn't played this week. He would have to win this week against Gabe, and Eric would have to win next week, and pull off a huge differential swing, and I would have to lose. So my playoff spot is really a really good chance. It's a really good chance for me to make it, and I really just need to plan well, not lose by too much, hopefully win next week, but there's absolutely no promises in that department, as we saw last week. Anyway, we came out strong. We did what we had to do this week, and thank you, Freedo, for a great match. Thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like on this video. Leave a comment down below about whatever your favorite part of the match was. And that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.